What's up, everybody? I figured I'd get on and say a little something. Um, it's freezing cold outside. It's like an Arctic storm across the whole country. Um, I'm in Georgia, but it's like 30 degrees out here, and it's freezing to me because I don't like the cold at all. That's why we moved to the south. I'm originally from New York, but I moved to the south from Denver. Well, Colorado, actually Aurora. Um, Very beautiful place. It was beautiful out there, but it's too damn cold. And if I never get to see snow again, I'll be very happy. But they're saying that snow's coming in tonight. So it's the 20th. I think today is the 20th, January 20th, 2025. Um, but a little more about me. I'm a truck driver. I've been driving trucks for over 20 years, but I'm kind of burnt out on it. I'm really good at it, but I'm kind of burnt out on it. My dream is to become a farmer. So, not too long ago, I bought 4 acres about 40 minutes from me, 4.2 acres, and I'm gonna start farming. Um, I want to learn how to live off my land, and I'll take y'all on a journey with me. I'm at the very beginning stages, so I just recently got somewhat of a driveway cut because I didn't even have a driveway, but I got to clear the land and everything, so I'm at the very beginning stages. But it'll be fun for y'all to see me clear the land and put buildings on there and start putting animals on there and everything. Um, One of the main animals I'm going to put on there is fish. I want to do fish farming. Um, it's called aquaculture, but I also want to do aquaponics. Is another form of fish farming, and I'm gonna do that also. And that's where you use the fish waste to fertilize um, plants and grow them organically, and then it'll filter back into where the fish are. So it's like a little cycle. It's kind of like doing hydroponics, but with fish, and it's a pretty cool thing to do. I can't wait until I'm able to really get going on it. I've done a lot of homework. I just haven't put my hands on it, but eventually I'll do a aquaponics and aquaculture fish video to show y'all why I'm so interested in that. But other than that, I want to have chickens because I want to get to the point where I never buy another egg. I want to raise my own chickens, and I want to slaughter my own chickens, which I don't know anything about it. I'm a street type person. I come from Brooklyn, New York, but I lived in Colorado almost 17 years, so um, I'm kind of from both places, and I got a huge family, um, but I want to some chickens, a few other animals and stuff, but mostly fish. But I'm gonna put them in these things, these tanks that are look kind of like above ground pools, and that's how I'll separate the different species of fish. But I'm gonna start with two fish, which is like tilapia and catfish, because those are the more easier fish to learn. And then when I learn those and make all of my mistakes and stuff like that, I'll start adding more fish to the menu. But I want to get to the point where I don't buy too much meat from the store, but I'll still go to the store and get like seasonings and stuff like that. But I want to learn how to, live off my land. COVID kind of made me nervous because everybody's running to Walmart and Kroger or King Supers. That's in the on the Midwest. Kroger is King Supers on in the Midwest, um, where things were going off the shelf because people wasn't raising their own food. So I'm trying to get to the point where I can raise my own food, and then eventually I want to, just it's just going to help me save overall, because with me starting my farm, I'm actually going to save on the food that I feed my dogs, because my dogs eat a whole lot, and it's really expensive. And I'm also going to make a dog at home dog recipe that people can use that'll save them some money, because at first I was spending a lot of money on my dogs. But I got 3 South African Boerboels. They're a Mastiff breed. My boy, the last time I weighed him, he was 188 pounds. And my smallest girl, she was 150 the last time I weighed her. I haven't weighed the middle one because she hasn't had to go to the vet for anything. So I don't know how much she weighs, but she's bigger than the other girl, and she's 150. So I got some dogs that are colossal. They're huge, and but very lovable, and they're my babies. But but with me farming on land, it'll save me food, because when I first got them, I used to feed them raw chicken leg quarters from Kroger, and they love it. And the only way you can feed your dog chicken bones, or bones period, is if they're not cooked. So everybody remember that, because if you feed a dog cooked bones, the bones can splinter and mess up their intestines and stuff. But when you give them raw chicken, and you can pull this up on Google or whatever, it's actually good for them, and that's not a worry. So that's how I used to feed them. So once I start farming and stuff, I'm going to start getting them back on eating chicken and stuff that I'm raising on the land. So even when I do my fish farm, I want to get to the point when I make my aquaponics system, I'm going to, use the fish wastewater to fertilize the plants. But those plants, I want to learn what my fish eat, so they can actually, so it can be like a self-feeding unit that I put together, because I want to learn what my fish eat, so I can raise that, so I can feed it back to the fish. And that way I could just keep saving more and more money. I'm going to do all types of stuff, try to save money by building my own, what is that called, solar panels and stuff like that, once I get on the land and stuff. But first I got to put a couple buildings out there and start farming. And I'm going to have to hire someone, because I got to keep my day job, because I'm not making no money from the farm, so I still have to drive trucks. I used to love driving trucks, but DOT makes it a little hard. But I'm so good at it, I just got to keep doing it until I can get on my farm. But my dream is to have a farm. I would love to have horses. I love horses, but horses would only cost me money right now, so I got to think of things that don't cost me money. My dogs are very freaking expensive. Each of them, I paid for $5,000 for each of them. So they're expensive dogs. They're kind of rare right now. They get bigger than the Cane Corso, which is another Mastiff breed, which is a beautiful Mastiff breed. I'm not throwing no jabs. It's just, these dogs are just a little different, and not too many people got them, so I like that I have them. But I'm going to take y'all on a journey with me. I'll show y'all my driveway that I somewhat have, because it's not the best driveway, because they brought a mini excavator out there and tried to dig it, but it wasn't doing too well. So we're going to have to get a bulldozer and actually really make me a driveway, and then clear out those trees. And then I'm going to start getting busy, man. And I'm going to take y'all on the journey with me, because I'm not trying to get rich off of it. I just want to learn how to get to the point where I can literally live off of the food that I eat on my land, and save and save and save, because they say the more you can save is the more you actually make. I don't make bad money where I live. I do pretty damn good, but it doesn't hurt to do better. Another thing, I come from a huge family. I come from a polygamous family. My father was married to 4 women at once, and I have 18 brothers and sisters, and we are all close. Every single one of my brothers and sisters are close. We're always talking and FaceTiming and stuff like that. I'm always on the FaceTime with my brother. It'd be like 8 of us on there at a time usually. I got a brother that we're all writing a movie, but I can't tell y'all what the movie is about. But we're writing a couple of movies actually. We got a couple of things going on. I do have a brother that sold a movie to Hulu for $1.5 million. It's called Three Ways. Y'all should check it out. It's a comedy. It's a comedy about a threesome. It used to be called The Threesome, but they had to change the name to Three Ways. Other than that, been with my wife for about 24 years. Shut up, boy. That's Deuce. That's my boy dog. He cries all the damn time, but he's such a beautiful dog, and he's a whiner compared to the girls. But when it's time for him to be like kind of tough, he's real tough. He's like he's so solid. He's a beautiful, it is just a beautiful breed, and it's a fun breed. I'm actually breeding, but I really don't know what I'm doing because they haven't had babies yet. So I'm hoping that they have babies, but I got to learn it. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that I jumped into because I figured if I wanted to get a dog, I might as well make money doing it, because that's how I usually am. If I get into something, it's usually an investment, because I try to do some investments. So, but everybody stay safe out there because it's freezing. I don't like the cold. I'd rather it be warm. Some people say they would rather it be cold because you can dress for it, but you can't get undressed enough when it's too hot. I'll take the hot. I'll take the heat. I love to be warm. I'm always having this debate with my wife and daughter because they like to keep the house cool when I want the house warm. But other than that, I'm just a working man, trying to make it in this world, and trying different things so I can be in a better situation. But I'm not doing bad for myself, so I'm not trying to say that. We moved to the South, and I definitely enjoy it out here. But I do miss Colorado. My son still lives out in Colorado, and half of my family live in Colorado, and the other half live in New York. So my mom and everybody is still in New York. But I come from a real good family. We all stay in touch, and just down to earth type people. So that's just a little bit about me, and thank you for listening. And I'll get back on and talk a little more later. I'm learning this content creator stuff, so work with me. My wife and I started a channel. Well, my wife started it. It's for us. It's called Empty Nesters Channel, I think it's called. But she doesn't post as much as me. I'm more dedicated since I started, because I figured if I'm gonna do it, I'm just gonna go on and jump into it. So I try to drop a video for you guys often, just so I can stay relevant. So you guys have a good night, and thank you for listening.